for sure. Yep, I've got it. Quarters. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Let's get so the music. The music for sure. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming today. Welcome. DeAndre, what's up? How are you? Judy, how are you? Good to see you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tiana's here. How are you? I've got a slide. I've got a slide up there. Okay, so I might need, Commander, how are you? Good to see you. Coach, thanks for coming today. Even though you're probably contractually obligated to be here, nonetheless, thank you for being here. All right. I think I might need some help before we officially kick it off. We'll continue to mingle, but let's see. I already know how Trustee Broderick feels about this. I think I already know about how Jim Sir feels about this. Jalen, what do you think? What do you think? So, like, at fall, no, you know, stay right there, stay right there. At fall convocation, I had some hard-hitting questions, right, about, like, who my favorite professional sports team is in Chicago, right? And so, Jalen, what are you thinking? Wait, dramatic pause. Like Jalen threw in the dramatic pause. Okay. The Blackhawks. Wow. Okay. All right. Larada? The Sox. He didn't even have, like, there was no hesitation whatsoever. Trent? The Bulls. Okay, the Bulls. Oh, some applause for the Bulls. All right, Kira, what are we thinking? Scream it out loud. The Bears. Okay. Oh, the Bears. That's right. I was schooled on that fall convocation. Trustee Broderick, although I know the answer, what's favorite sports? Chicago. No, not the Arizona Cardinals. No, I'm looking forward to, I suffered like 4 years of heartache. I'm looking forward to something other than 4 years. No. She's the Sox. We already know that. Eccles, what are we thinking? The Bulls. No hesitation. And Chicago Fire. Okay. Coming off the World Cup here. Jim Sir, I think this is going to be pretty obvious, but if I had to choose, like I can like them all, but if I only had one to love,
I think it's in your contract to like them all.
It's in my contract to like them all, he says. Clause 18 point. 2000. Oh, nice reference there. 2016. You're going to get a lot of applause for that one. That's the Cubbies clause? It's the Cubbies clause? Oh, okay. I see how it is. Well, you all are going to help me select today. I'm willing to commit. I'm not afraid of commitment. I'm willing to commit to an absolute favorite Chicago Cubs team. And that, I'm sorry. Sorry, see, you're in my head. No. Gosh darn it. Wow, well done. Well played. You implanted that, like, no. I'm willing to commit. And my favorite Chicago, well, obviously JJC Wolves, but my favorite professional sports team in the Chicago area will be revealed at the end of today's presentation. So you've got to stick around. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank everyone for the warm welcome you all have provided me and my family. It's meant a lot to us. I know I've offered versions of that in the past. I'm going to do it again today. Leadership comes from all levels of the organization. Let's start there, okay? It comes from CTE, it comes from nursing, it comes from sciences, it comes from the city center, it comes from the automotive, it comes from institutional advancement, it comes from campus police, it comes from the library, it comes from athletics, it comes from all parts of our institution and at all levels. Now, there has been a group of individuals, however, that I've worked with on a daily basis. They've been extremely supportive of my vision for the future of JJC. And so, I could easily just say thank you to them, high five, shake their hand, fist bump. Do you guys want to do it boring or do you want to do it fun? One, you're thinking fun? Okay, well, let's do it fun. Everybody ready? And now. That was supposed to cue something. There might be some technical difficulties, so we're going to give this another shot, maybe with feeling this time. How about on the count of 3, you all say, and now, okay? All right, I want to make some eye contact back there from the booth to make sure they're ready. Okay. It's going to be and now on 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Okay, help save the day here. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, good. At 5'7", from Chicago, Illinois. From the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Roberto Valadez. At 5'6", from Indiana University, by way of right here in Joliet, Judy Connolly. At 5'2" and a half, from Mizzou, the University of Missouri, from St. Louis, Missouri, Amy Gray. At 5'6", Bradley University's finest, from right here in Joliet, Christy Mulvey. At 5'3" and 3/4, from Oakland, Illinois, hailing from the University of Notre Dame, go Irish, Karen Kissel. At 6 feet tall, Joliet's finest, by way of Northern Illinois University, Jim Sir. At 5'10", from the University of Iowa, hometown Plainfield, Illinois, KRT Kelly, Roder Tonelli. And last but not least, at 5'7", from North Chicago, DePaul University's finest. How about a hand for Yolanda Farmer? Thank you to the cabinet for all of their support. I really appreciate all that you've done for me in the short time. How about one last hand for the executive leadership team, cabinet here at JJC. Thank you, cabinet. Thank you so much. You may be seated, I believe. So we've got to break down this whole system because Bill Hogan wants to use this whole thing in his class on Tuesday as well. Additionally, Bob Marsink wants to be introduced at every board meeting with these lights, Amanda and Matt. So every board meeting, we've got to have this set up. And Jake, we got to get the music going for Marsink as well. Cabinet, thank you for supporting my vision and welcoming me here to JJC. Well, here we are, start of another semester. I want to share some things with you. I do want to just take a moment. I'm going to invite one of our elected trustees up to the stage with me and acknowledge her presence today, the vice chair of our board. How about a hand for expletive deleted in the live feed for those of you in the back. How about a hand for our vice chair, Trustee Maureen Broderick? Yeah, if that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, come on. Nice try. So it's been nice to see the college through the trustees' eyes. And Trustee Broderick, I'm going to ask you to stand right here next to me. And as you you're probably right here. Hold on, real quick. Okay, yeah, right here on the X. Okay, just kidding. There's nothing up there. Okay, so we've talked a lot about weather and weather-related things. So I want you to take a look. You can either look here or up on the big screen. Okay. And as many of you know, my family and I settled in Frankfurt. Yeah, you know where this is going, right? Yeah, possibly. This is a screenshot from my iPhone. I think you did. So we settled in Frankfurt. Can you read the number to the right of the L there? So that's a high and low, from what I understand. Just read the number to the right of the letter L. Minus 10. Okay, minus 10. I do believe it was your idea to hold the presidential search in the spring and not the winter.
Right.
Well done. For that.
You wouldn't have
Exactly. And so, if you would hit that right arrow right here, just
Right
yeah, go ahead. Fascinating.
I know, isn't it?
Fascinating, Trustee Broderick.
I wanted to make sure you were
Fascinating. That's fascinating.
minus 14.
I mean, they're really close together.
We wanted you to feel the true Midwestern effect of the
How about a hand for the vice chair of our board, Trustee Broderick? Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, for the climatologists in the room, it is summer in Antarctica, but still, okay, still. All right. I want to share with you just a few pictures today. There'll be some action items today as well. Don't take pictures of the screen or anything. We'll distribute the slides. We have endured our first winter storm, like all of you. Now, the image over on the left-hand side is our 9-year-old, Kainoa, who, I know this is a surprise, but this is his first snow shoveling experience. But what I want you to pay, I want you to pay close attention to, though, okay? There's no snow being shoveled. So for those of you who had the bright idea, oh, your son can shovel the snow, that you have an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, he can shovel. Not a flake was disturbed in the making of this image right here. So that was largely a photo op for Kainoa, right? About 3 seconds and he was done. He hung it up. All right, then the real storm came, and I'm really proud of the fact that I used the snowblower. I used the snowblower. For those of you, thank you. See, that's not an applause that they'll give me in Arizona, right? I'm like, what's a snowblower? But I will tell you a really quick, funny story. So Tiana got a picture of me using the snowblower, and I used it, and you're all laughing because the snow was like an inch. I know what you're thinking. I'm reading all of your minds right now, but I wanted the experience, right? I wanted to feel what it felt like. Check off that Midwestern bingo card that I have lying around. But the funny thing is, so what's that thing called that I've called it a snow chimney? A snow flue? What is that thing called? A chute, of course. They're like, it's called a chute, Klein. It's a chute. Okay, so the chute turns, as you know. Okay, so if you turn the snowblower, oftentimes what will happen, stop, you're getting ahead. When you turn the snowblower and the snow chimney, or chute as their technical term, turns as well, be careful because the snow could blow right in your face as you turn it around. So that was my very first snowblowing experience. The burr emoji is now top 5, right? As I complain to all of my Arizona friends, it's top 5 in my list. Thank you all for your care and concern of me over the over the break. I want to acknowledge our facilities staff for setting this space up and for their commitment to creating, see, I'm looking at them now, for creating and maintaining safe spaces for us, for our students, yes. For our students and the entire college community, appreciate that very much. Our classrooms, our labs, our campuses, all of that. I want to acknowledge Media Services for their technical support today and ongoing, and for enabling the live stream. I want to say hello to, of course, the millions and millions connecting remotely today via live stream. I want to take a moment to acknowledge marketing and communications, staff and leadership. I want to acknowledge Chef Scott there. I see him back there. I think Terry's back there as well. Hopefully you all had time to visit breakfast this morning. So how about a hand for the food service? And allow me to acknowledge Dr. Mackey and the professional development team for the opening week of festivities. Some of them I'll specifically call out toward the end of my presentation today. So I've got a big decision. Bears, Cubs, White Sox, Bulls. Oh, smattering of applause back there. Sky, Fire, I think I missed the Blackhawks or the Bulls. I've got a big decision and I'm willing to commit. But not yet, not yet. You all have made me feel right at home here at JJC, and that's meant a lot to me and my family. I've got a job that I love. I'm in a place that makes me feel valued, and it's a place that's allowed us to be closer to home, closer to family as well. I can now say that I know what -10 feels like, and not many Hawaiians can do that, so thank you. But here's my commitment to you all, again, that you'll have all of me, that I commit to you a relentless pursuit of excellence, of greatness, and the pursuit of growth. I commit to ensuring that JJC continues to be an amazing place to be, to work, to play, to shovel snow, to play basketball, to do all the things. That JJC continues to be an amazing place. That you all are treated with dignity and respect as representatives of this incredible institution, and to the increasingly diverse communities we serve. Now, if you're able to do so, if you've been hired since, let's just say, mid-August, and you're new to the institution, will you stand and be recognized? All right. Welcome to JJC. Welcome to JJC. Wherever you've come from, you can have a seat wherever you've come from, whether it's private industry, nonprofit industry, K through 12, another higher ed institution. I hope you feel what I've felt in my time here at JJC. A huge warm welcome, a place that values all aspects of your identity, a place where you feel right at home. So there are some things, new employees, that I think you should know, especially since you missed fall convocation. Our core values are respect and inclusion, integrity, collaboration, humor, well-being, innovation, quality, sustainability, all things you need to know to be successful here at JJC. Above all else, there are two things that I will not tolerate here at JJC. To catch you up on fall convocation. The first is Jason Momoa. No, I won't spend too many time on this slides, on this picture right here. If you're interested in the details, check with your neighbor who's been here before. Will not tolerate Jason Momoa's presence on campus. Next thing I won't tolerate on campus, And I don't want to hear it, Bill Hogan. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a defense of pineapple on pizzas. So just to be clear, if you're a new employee to JJC, these are two things that the president just will not tolerate. Okay, have I made myself clear? Dean West? Okay, all right, thank you. Now that that's out of the way. You know, we're 3 years removed from COVID-19. It's the start of COVID-19, 1,087 days. Can you believe that? 3 years, 1,087 days. Yet here we are, solidly in endemic times and out of pandemic times. And the future is looking really bright. As we focus on the future, let us not lose sight of the tragedy, the pain, the suffering, and the ongoing and lingering trauma of the pandemic. Millions lost their lives. Individuals are still losing their lives to this day. So the things we learn, I encourage you to carry forward. From technological innovations to safety practices. Let's remember the lessons of the pandemic. Remember our students in all of that. Any guess as to the percentage of first-generation students here at JJC? And before you guess, I think I asked this in the fall. How many, just as a show of hands, how many of you are first-generation college students yourself? That might give us some indication. Thank you. Shout it out. Percentage of first-generation students at JJC. 20%? It's okay to be wrong. It's all right. 13, 40, 24, 47, 52. 52%. 52%. 52%. Says Bob, the number is like right in Strategic Enrollment Management's head. I want to take a moment to thank all of you. At Fall Convocation, I announced the creation of the Nemuo Family Scholarship for Endowed, Nemuo Family Endowed Scholarship for first-generation students. Yes, to honor my parents, but you all have really rallied behind this. So I just want to send a huge thanks to you all, to my family, to the Institutional Advancement Office and the Foundation team, because in just 4 short months, so it kicked off on September 1st, in just 4 short months, together we've raised $17,000 for the Nemuo Family Endowed Scholarship for first-generation students. I might have to modify the slide, because the slide reads, of course, that it is scheduled to be fully endowed in just 18 months, and it won't stop there. True, it won't stop there, but I think we'll get there sooner than before. We're going to be able to change even more lives than we have in the past. When you look at this picture, can't you just feel what turning those knobs feel like? Can't you just hear the sound of the gumballs kind of dropping down, right? Can't you just remember what it feels like to press the button on one of those older Coke machines? By the way, that's not me. I think that kid probably looks like me when I was that age. My shoes weren't as cool back then. I had the little kangaroo shoes with the things on the side. Did anyone have those kangaroo shoes? Yes. Fisher, okay. Yeah, thank you. So 4 of us did. 4 of us had them. I think of this story every time I pass a vending machine. A few of you have heard this story. I'm going to share it with the college community now, and appreciate Matt Stevens for bringing me some quarters for this. A few years ago, we took the kids up to Flagstaff, Arizona, in the really cool Dodge Caravan minivan that we have. And I peeked in the rear view mirror thing, and all 5 of our kids were with us, right? And they're each sitting there, maybe parents you can relate, they're each sitting there on their own devices, right? And their headphones, right? On their iPads, on their iPhones, on their whatever it is. I'm not cool enough to describe these days that they roll their eyes at when I try to. All 5 of them were doing just that. And I thought how far we've come. I wonder if they will ever know the struggle, the true struggle of previous generations. So Tiana and I have committed to doing our absolute best to instill the values of hard work, resilience, overcoming adversity, responsibility to our kids. It's hard when they have an iPad, though. I get it. But we're doing our best. So every time I see a vending machine, I'm reminded of a story my parents told me. And many of you got to know my parents at the investiture and through stories that I've told. But I'll share this one with you all. There's a vending machine, or was, this was circa 1960, that picture, at the University of Hawaii. When they made their way to the University of Hawaii, they had nothing. They've had nothing their whole lives. But they found a vending machine that if they put 1 dime into the vending machine and hit the coin return, out would pop 2 dimes. And they did that enough times to buy a hamburger for $1.50. That's the life they've lived. Fast forward a generation of our kids living pretty good lives to the point where, snow shoveling is just a photo op, right? The challenge I'm going to share with all of you today, as we engage in our work, you all are probably waiting for me to hit the button, aren't you? Okay. As we engage in our work, with whatever resources and identities and however we've gotten to this point in our lives, I want you to put some deep thought into where you were and where you are now, and I want you to think about the people who helped bridge those 2 points. Because here we are as professionals with bachelor's, master's, doctorate degrees, law degrees, decades of experience. Some of us many, many years removed from the classroom. I'm going to challenge you to remember what it was like. Because that's what our students are going through. There may be a student who might not be able to afford that hamburger, who has to find a way, one way or another. And that student might rely on the services you provide. But philosophically, I've sent a really strong message that's been a thread and a theme of many of my communications, that we're people before we're employees. You've heard it before, right? If that is a gift that I am giving you, that you're seeing artifacts of, that we're operationalizing here at JJC, that we are indeed intent on honoring all aspects of your identity, and you feel that it is part of who we are, I challenge you then to transfer all of that to our students. And the philosophical transfer would sound something like this. that students are people before they're students. Am I right? Are you with me on that one? They are people before students. I used to tell my classes, look, I get it. I get that CIS 120 is not the center of your universe, right? As much as a faculty member, as a professor, I would love for CIS 120 or CIS 160 or whatever it is to be the center of your universe. Look, I get it. You have lives and responsibilities outside of this lab, outside of this classroom, beyond these four walls, and I intend to honor your life, your identity, and those responsibilities as well. And you can do that. You can do that in financial aid. You can do that in admissions. You can do that in the culinary kitchen, in the automotive lab, at City Center, at Romeoville, at Whitendorf. You can do that when you walk out the door. So I implore you, and I challenge you to do just that. As you can probably guess, stories are kind of a big deal. Culturally, to me, I've shared different aspects of that, but stories are meaningful. At Fall Convocation, I introduced this concept this much. At the investiture officially announced it. We're ready to launch. This initiative is now a real thing thanks to our marketing communications office. So today marks the official launch of an initiative we're calling Roots and Branches, a project that illuminates JJC's growth, resilience, seasons, and sustenance through the stories of its people, because each one of you has a compelling story. You were somewhere, and you are somewhere now, and you got here somehow, some way. And for some of you, that story includes tragedy. For many of you, that story includes tragedy, but because you're here today, that story most likely includes triumph. And I want you to share that gift with others. Our future students need to hear your stories. Our current students need to hear your stories. Stories of hope, stories of adversity, stories of triumph and success. So my vision is this, that by the end of this semester, we'll have collected a number of stories that we will then publish on the web. A long-term vision is that over the next few years, we'll have hundreds of stories. My hope is that many of them will come from you, from our employees, our faculty, our staff, our alumni, our students, that you will share your answer to the question, what has JJC meant to you? How did JJC help you get from there to where you are today? So the tangible aspect of this, and again, you don't have to take a picture of this, we'll distribute the slides. We've got a form that's active, that's actively accepting submissions, and I encourage you to do this. Spend some time, take some time to reflect, but please do summon the courage. Because as I look across this audience and attempt to make eye contact with every single one of you, I'm reminded of the stories that many of you shared with me in the 6 months that I've been here. And we want to capture those stories for posterity. In the fall, the Office of Student Mental Health and Wellness, I'm probably getting that name wrong, and I apologize, did a presentation to the Board of Trustees. A powerful presentation to the Board of Trustees. Over the last few years, JJC has allocated significant resources to support students' wellness, mental health, and well-being. And And while that's fantastic and we should all be very proud, I need to let you all know as employees that we've got similar services for you. As you all consider, summon the courage to share your stories, there's going to be some processing that goes on. In order for us to do all of the big things that we have to accomplish in the future, we need all of you and all of you. Does that make sense? Okay. We need all of you and all of you. And you're not going to be able to give all of you without the support and resources that we provide through the Employee Assistance Program. I want to give a quick shout out to Human Resources for making this available. We've got mental health and wellness services in a number of different areas. I want to highlight those for you all. My hope, my sincere hope, is that we see the stigma attached to mental health, wellness, struggles decrease and hopefully evaporate and disappear altogether. We've got confidential 24/7 support through ComPsych. Through the guidanceresources.com website, through an app you'll find in the Google Play Store or the App Store called Guidance Now, support for anxiety, depression, stress, for grief and loss, for marital conflicts, elder care, shelter and government assistance, divorce, adoption, family law, will, estate planning, retirement planning, taxes, relocation. I'm listing all of these things, debt, bankruptcy, because that's life. And JJC has the resources available to all of you, every single one of you, nearly infinitely. An infinite number of issues that you can consult with at ComPsych, and a finite number of sessions per issue. So I encourage you, implore you, challenge you to engage in the resources that are provided to you as employees here at JJC. All right, let's celebrate our retirees, shall we? All right, so as I read your name, I hope you've prepared your 5-minute speech. Looking at Andy over there, no. All right, so how about a hand for Jesse Cambick, Annette Hulva, Mary Grisham, Pam Campbell, Bill Yarborough, Susan Humenick-Schmidt, Nancy DeRoss, Karen Sakowitz, and Rose Meyer. We've got a second slide as well. We greatly appreciate your service to JJC. Second slide, 402 years of combined service. Absolutely incredible. Linda Stevenson, Jeanette Sullivan-Stromberg, Clifford Eltoff, Andy Neal, Lisa Perkins, Chris Trio, Robert Verkler, Laura Mickelson. How about a hand for our second slide of retirees? While we acknowledge their service, their centuries of service, mind you, it gives us an opportunity to look to the future as well. My hope is for two things, many more I'm sure, only two of which I'll highlight right now, that we continue to be a deeply embedded community college, supporting the increasingly diverse communities, and that we actively pursue opportunities to serve even more. The timing's perfect for us to collaboratively craft a vision of what JJC will be in the future. I do indeed have extraordinary aspirations. And we commit as an executive team to providing you the resources you need to lead to be great, and to be extraordinary. From who we are to what we aspire to be, and the values that will define us far into the future. As you know, our current institutional strategic plan expires in July of this year, and I'm excited to announce that we're engaging Campus Works in the college's strategic plan process. I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Farmer for leading this effort, working collaboratively with Dr. Hunter at Campus Works to ensure we can present a complete, collaboratively created vision to the Board of Trustees at the end of this semester. So the timeline here is in January, Campus Works will take us through the trends in higher education. There'll be a student experience workshop, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threat survey in February, and EduCon's going to be a big one. So we'll have what's called a future summit there, your opportunity to contribute to what the future of JJC looks like, its mission, our vision, and our values. And I'm ready to make my choice. Just real quick, though, can we get just like, how are you feeling about different teams? Okay, so I'm just gonna move my hand over one of them, and if you want to influence me in any way, I'm open to that. I'm welcome to that. So let's start here. How about the Cubs? Oh, settle down, Bron. Settle down. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, what is that? A 5 or a 20? So Jim Sir's like, my friend George Washington might have something to say about this. How about the Sox? Oh! I think I heard some boos in the audience there. Maybe we shouldn't have put these side by side. How about the Bulls? Okay. My family and I are huge WNBA fans. We'd go to the Phoenix Mercury games all the time. Tiana actually got to sit courtside at the Mercury game. How about the Chicago Sky? Okay, all right. Soccer season is over. World Cup is over. Congrats to Argentina, but same colors. See, how about the Chicago Fire? Oh, look, Roberto, front row. Nice. All right. So we know which one Jalen wants me to pick. How about the Chicago Blackhawks? Okay. And this is in no particular order, by the way, so try not to take offense to any of it. I'm taking this very seriously. How about the Bears? Sorry, Kira, the Bears. I say that right? Okay. Can we get a drum roll? You guys get a drum roll, please? Huh. My favorite Chicago sports team that I will celebrate the successes, I will agonize through their defeats, the Chicago Sky. Let's see if this fits. Oh, fits like a glove. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, WNBA legend, Joliet's finest, JCA's finest, all-time leading scorer in Chicago Sky history, multiple-time WNBA All-Star, WNBA World Champion, EuroLeague World world champion, the one, the only, the great Allie Quigley. Oh, man. What?
That was the best intro I've ever had in my entire life.
I'll do that. I'll do that every
We need to hire you for this guy to introduce
Thanks,
me.
Allie. Thanks.
Amazing. Well, to make this very official, are you ready to take an oath? I mean, you said this in front of everyone. I think you need to really, really take this serious.
So, Allie, I'm really thankful I didn't choose the Bears because it would have been really awkward. I'm so thankful I chose the sky. I chose the sky with my heart, by the way. Okay, so there's apparently an oath, a legally binding oath. Allie Quigley. Okay, sorry, I broke character.
All right, let's get serious here.
Do I need to raise my right hand, or?
You got to raise your right hand.
Okay, I'll raise my right hand.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I promise that I state your name.
I promise that I state my. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
You got this.
I
You got
promise
this.
that I, Klein Namuo,
Will enthusiastically and publicly champion the Chicago Sky.
will enthusiastically and publicly champion the Chicago Sky to my 17 Twitter followers. Okay.
I will forever declare the Chicago Sky as my favorite Chicago sports team through rain, snow, sunshine,
and
hail,
weather.
wind, sleet, and all the other Midwestern weather patterns.
Wow. I will forever declare the Chicago Sky as my favorite Chicago sports team through all of those Midwestern weather patterns.
Bombs, cyclones, and all.
Oh,
yes.
wow. Okay.
I swear to solemnly protect the legacy of the Chicago Sky from all opponents, rivals, and naysayers.
Oh, easy. I swear to solemnly protect the legacy of the Chicago Sky from all opponents, rivals, and naysayers.
My loyalty is to the Chicago Sky.
My
only.
loyalty is to the Chicago Sky and the Chicago Sky only.
You're official.
Yay! Allie Quigley, everybody. Allie Quigley. Every single interaction you have matters here at JJC. Okay? Every single one matters. It might matter to a coworker, it might matter to a community member, it might matter to a student, but you have the ability to alter the trajectory of someone's day, their semester, and potentially, think about the power. You have the ability to alter the trajectory of someone's life. And that's a powerful gift that you have. And I encourage you to give that gift generously. My new best friend, Allie Quigley, and I wish you the best semester ever. Thank you for what you do for Joliet Junior College. Have an amazing spring semester.
Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Is she here? Everything? Is she here or no? Yeah? Okay, great. Oh my gosh. I heard you like play pickup too and everything. Yeah? That's awesome.
It's a wellness initiative, you know.
Yeah, I love it.
Gym on the other side,
Hi.
basketball.
How are you?
Football,
Good.
know.
I'm seeing some familiar faces over here. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. I was like, hey.
I know. How are things?
Pretty good. Yeah. My first winter being home, so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Trying to get back a little.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's all
Oh yeah, I want to get a picture of Allie. For sure. Are you serious? This is my pickup team.
This is my pickup, yeah. Yeah. Aaron and Jalen.
Great job. Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.